in this video, you're about to see one of the best races in the history of Gran Turismo. As you can see, we're all heading to the realm as we're all off, and off. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Beat the Meta. Yes, we're doing 2 this week. This one, we're in the GT by Citroen. Now, let me tell you now, this is actually my second race. The first race, I did just as a bit of a trial, you know, can this car cope with it? I was like, okay, it's a bit slower than some, but maybe it can work. So, here we go, starting at the back. We're behind Rimu here, who's in the Viper, and we get a good run alongside them, and it's raining, of course. Remember, this is a wet weather race, or technically it could be wet, it could be dry, it could be anything. It can change in the race. It definitely is varied throughout the race as well. But we need to get past Rimu very quickly there because we are losing touch with the group ahead. We're 1.8 seconds down. We need to be closer here. Otherwise, we're not in the slipstream and it's game over already. So, we're going to head down towards this left-hander here. They're side by side up ahead. There's Nico in the GTR. Got Wind in a Viper. Through here we go. Still 1.7 seconds, 1.5 seconds, 1.4 seconds, 1.3 seconds. We need to nail this corner. Do we nail it? 1.1. It's gone there. Yes, we've done it. We've done it. We make it. We're in that slipstream. Now, can we stay in it then? Because that Viper is hella quick in a straight line. We've got Key in front of Win there as well. Not sure what's happened with that one. But 7 seconds towards the lead. And this Citroen does have 7 gears, which is why I chose it. Originally, at the start of the week, I was like, the Citroen might work out well here. Well, we're going to see how well it works out as we go through these races. Let's advance further on then, where they do break away a little bit here. But look at that, side by side in towards Mulsanne. Everybody's slowing down here. Lots of rain. And I don't slow it down enough there. I was over anticipated the amount of grip I had there entering Mulsanne. So I'm off. There's lots of people off here. MV33 off there. Rimu's gone past here. Wind is doing donuts in the center of the circuit. We're in P14, so technically we still gained. But we advanced towards Indianapolis then. It's all about slowing this down now. Lots of rain here. Look at that weather radar, man. It's just rain everywhere. And I chose to go on the softs, as did nearly everybody else, apart from one person, who you will see later on, as they will head towards the front of the queue here. As we head towards Arnage, then somebody else is off in the distance. In fact, 2 people are off here. Who's that? We've got Nico off in the GTR. We've got an Audi TT in there, a Zape. So we go past them. We've got a good run on Rimu here. Going to go towards that left-hand side then. Let's see what we can do here. We get pushed left a bit more, and we touch the wet stuff, and we go for a spin. There is defense as we spin on round. Oh, no, we're heading towards the back then. You got to be so careful in this wet weather. It may be worth turning on the driving line if you are not getting the hang of the wet weather at all. The driving line is actually the driest line as well. They should call it the dry line rather than the driving line. Who knows? Anyway, we're still in P14 here, so Wind did manage to finish their donuts just here. Oh, we got Bouquet off. They're not having a good flowery time, are they? Yeah, that was a terrible joke, because we go off at the Porsche curse here. Just come back on slowly here, just trying to survive this. Obviously, waiting towards the dry weather. Key is the one on intermediate set, if you hadn't already guessed there. Just bolting away as Fusa goes down the inside. I'm back into P15. As Fusa goes absolutely drifting there. We've got Rimu. I love this race. This race is unbelievably good fun just because of this wet weather. Honestly, you've got to try and stay on the circuit. You're slowly going around. You're trying to catch the car. Have you chosen to go on intermediate? Have you chosen to go on softs? As you can see, most people are on softs here, hoping it dries up. We do need that weather forecast PD, by the way, just before the race starts. It would be very helpful indeed. But even so. Oh, Bouquet's off again, seeing the flowers on that right-hand side. But we're up to P12 now as we decide to go. We can't go anywhere. So I was expecting a penalty here, but I don't get one as we go so slow. Look at that, under 40 miles an hour through the chicane. We leave that corner. The rain is stopping now, thankfully. So maybe we can then start to catch up to everybody. But we're P12 at the moment. 28 seconds behind. Key's just flown into the distance. Choosing those intermediate tyres, going for that look. Let's see how that look plays out later on in this race as we come into here, then in towards the braking zone. The car's getting a bit squirrely. We're slowing it down nicely though. We are in a sandwich of very fast cars here. 2 Bugattis and a Viper. In fact, there's a Viper behind the Bugatti behind me as well. So we're definitely in a nice sandwich here. So maybe some slipstream possibilities. But all those spins, and look at that in the distance. You can still see the main pack. So we've not lost out massively. After all those spins, there's a bit of contact there with the Bugatti of Bokeh. Unbelievable stuff. Absolutely unbelievable that spins happen, crashes happen, and we're still in the fight here. As you can see that pack in the distance as we go through that right-hander. And the Citroen actually quite good in the wet. It's got a little bit more downforce compared to the other cars. So I'd argue, actually, the Citroen is a very good choice for this race. Maybe a bit slower than the other cars, but it's very good when there is wet weather. It really is. So we're behind Fusa here. We're going to be bump drafting then all the way down this straight, making sure we stay behind this Viper. Seeing our top speed, actually, in this Citroen by GT, or GT by Citroen is actually called. I don't know why they called it that way around. It's a bit silly. It should be just called Citroen GT, in my opinion. I don't know. Anyway, here we go. We can see the pack then into the 10, so we have caught up here. And we're at 170, which is where you want to be, really. As long as your car can hit 170, you are fine. But it can go faster than this as well, as we see two trains of cars. In fact, the TT being left behind here. I wasn't sure where to go here after my recent excavation? No, vacation towards defense, not an excavation. We're not digging stuff up here earlier on. So I was like, I'll stay on the circuit as much as I can here. So we go past Fusa as well, up into P10. Got F1 Slayers here in the Ferrari, who just gets, run wide there by Apex Twin. That's another 2 positions gain. Look at this. We've spun, I don't know how many times we've been off the circuit. We're up into P8 here. Up into P8. As we head down towards Mulsanne, then in towards the braking zone. We got everybody braking extremely early. Oh my word, this was so much good fun. Everybody not sure where to go. Oh, who's that flying in there? That's wind flying in. I'm just getting stopped though, wind. Everybody, bye-bye everybody. Oh no. Oh, we got oversteer. Oh no, we had a brilliant run there. Everybody off of Mulsanne. We make it this time. With a bit of wheel spin on the exit there. So, P8 we are. Oh, what an insane race this is. We advance further on then towards Indianapolis. Again, trying to slow it down here. That wet weather gone blue. Clear skies up ahead. So can Key survive on those intermediate tires? Can we stay in this fight here? This is a fight for P2 right now. P2 is the fight as we get a good run on Apex Twin. This is what I mean about this Citroen. It is quite good here. It really is. As we head in towards the right hand there. Oh, somebody off there. We come through here. Oh, Matt's power's gone off as well. A little bit of oversteer here. Sorry, Matt's power. A bit sandwiched in there by Nico. But even so, you stayed on, so that's all good. We've got Apex Twin about to take a penalty. Oh, the TT takes a penalty. Oh, somebody else as well. Who's asked Bouquet. We go on that inside, which is very scary. Oh, we survived. We've got a good run on Codster here as well. Up in towards P4 we go. This is going amazing, this race. This, I would argue, is probably my favorite race I've ever done in GT7 in terms of daily races. It's up there. I said it at the start of the week, it could be. It is very much there. It is so much fun, this race. It really is. As we advance further on towards the Forge Cane's Head. So in P4, Rimu, who started in front of me at the start of the race, up in P2 there, doing an amazing job in that Viper. We'll leave that corner a little bit sketchy there. Constantly getting a good run on me in that Viper then. Now I'm going to let Consta go here. I'm going to lift off a little bit. I don't want to go over towards that left-hand side. And I want to really stay with the guys up ahead of Rimu and Nico as Win leaves the race there. Maybe doing more donuts somewhere. I'm not too sure. As we head in towards that braking zone then. And I just want to stay with Consta. Look at the train of cars in the mirror, actually. Look at that. Everybody is still here. This is the amazing thing about this. We've all been off. We've all had spins. And we're still in this fight. While Key's on his Todd. Oh, drifting. Oh, we drifted. We caught it, thankfully. But we are so far behind Consta here. Oh, my word. Hopefully Apex Twin works with us here. But yeah, Key's in the distance. Just in his own little show there. You know, on the intermediate tyres. And we're all having this absolute carnagey race. Honestly, Key, you should have been on the softs. This is great fun. Absolute great fun. Apex Twin then going for that move. That Viper is strong in a straight line. I want to fall in behind very quickly. See if we can get some bump draft going. Look at that happy smiley face. It reminds me of the movie Evolution, actually. If you haven't seen that, please do go watch it. It's a funny film and very well worth your time and effort to watch. So what we're going to do here is advance further on towards Mulsanne then, because obviously you know what bump drafting looks like, and there's quite a lot of that in this video. So through the right we go. We survive it. Oh, everybody else running a bit deep behind there. We continue on out. And we're not doing too shabby at all here. In towards the left we go then. I don't know where Matt's power's disappeared to there. Kelsa's returned in the Ferrari 458. 8Child is back as we head towards Arnage. And through the right we go. There we got somebody saying literally taking risks everywhere for nothing, I think they just said. But yeah, everybody's taking risks. It's great fun. As we have a drag race with that Ferrari then. Now the Ferrari and the Citroen, very close together in terms of pace here. Very, very, very close. You can use either of these and have a really good race irrespective. Both are very good in the turns, of course. I think they're both MR cars as well, which is why they're so good as we head in towards the right. Now, Nico in that GTR is looking to pull away here with that four-wheel drive. All-wheel drive working very well there. And I did beat Kelsa to the Porsche curves. So we continue on then to... Oh, Apex! Oh, we need some Tokyo literal Tokyo tunes on there. Tokyo Drift tunes. As we continue out of there then, still in P6. And we do some bump drafting here. Look at that, 171, 172 maybe? Are we going to do it? Oh, got an indicator on there. Oh, we've caught up to Rimu with a second penalty. So, nice indication there from Apex Twin. We do get that. We're actually keeping away from that Ferrari now. Oh, no, Kelso's going back. Look at the speed of Kelso suddenly. Must have got a bump draft from behind. Let's see what speed we get to now. 175! 175 in the Citroen there. Wow, this is good stuff. I love this race, as I say. I can't say enough how much I love this race. Continue on towards Mulsanne. Oh, Consta's here as well as we look to head down towards braking zone. Up into P4 we go. And we just get this weird flick there. Now, I thought there was contact originally, so apologies to Calster. I did say, maybe Calster spin me there, but I swear I heard a noise at the time, but I've gone over it, and it's like the weirdest noise, but my car just shoots left, so we drop down to P12. Oh, no! Oh, no. We're up near fighting for P3 there, because I think Nico had bolted a little bit. But look at this. The rain is back. Key's gamble looks like it might have paid off here. Look at that rain come down now. Look at it. Oh, this is the beauty of this race. It really is a beautiful race just because of this. You've no idea what the hell's going to happen. And it's all good fun. And now you've got to control the car in very unusual circumstances. Circumstances you can't practice for here. As I go through here, I just clip the wet stuff. And I just go straight on. Straight on. Somebody behind me went off there. Rimu's off. The Bugatti of Cali's off there as well. Sorry, Khalil. Apologies there for the name pronunciation. But we get going. Oh, Apex. The slowest spin in history there from Apex Twin. As we continue on through. So we're up into P8. We crash and still gain positions. Now, we do have some people going in the pits for this final lap. Which means we're going to have a bit of a race here. Oh, somebody else has spinned it there. Oh, Constance spinned it. Oh, I'm heading off now. Oh, this race is so good. Max Power in the pits. Khalil's gone in the pits then as we get a track limit penalty. I'm not surprised, you know. We're literally just gliding through there. And you can see no grip at all. And we've got to try and last the lap then. Oh, here we go. We advance towards Tetra Rouge then on this final lap. Everybody's slowly going around here, trying to turn it in. Stay on that racing line as we go through here. We're off now. Look at this. No turning ability whatsoever on those slick tires. Full drifted. Come on, get back to that racing lightage. There we go. The grip reappears suddenly. I'd say, turn the driving line on. You know, don't feel afraid of turning on these driving aids. They are there to help you, and this is a perfect time to use it. As we head in towards Mulsanne, then I'm just trying to control that braking. I should have slowed it down a bit more. We're going to go a bit wider. Look at that. We're on ice there, folks. We're on ice. But we managed not to go into that gravel trap as we leave that corner. Now, remember, Max Power pitted and has caught up a lot of time here. Look at that time. Heading towards Arnage then. Max Power just goes for it down the inside here and actually gets it stopped there. So a beautiful decision there from Max Power to go on those intermediate tyres. However, dry weather has reappeared here. We're 53 seconds behind Key. Look at Key's tyre strategy there. It's worked beautifully. But you did miss some of the fun here, Key. You did. You really did. Do check out Key on YouTube as well. Streams a lot of Gran Turismo stuff. We're going to continue on then towards the Porsche curves. Can we survive the Porsche curves now? And can we catch up to anybody here? As we head down in towards the braking zone here at the Porsche curves. You have no idea what speed you could do here, so you're just judging the grip accordingly. And Khalil also pitted earlier on those intermediate tyres now going around the outside. Very dangerous to do when I'm on slicks, but makes it work. Fair play to Khalil. In towards the left we go. We've been up and down this grid this entire race. We've been up in P3, P4, down in P16. We're in the middle of it at the moment in P9. As we go through the left, we're actually catching MV33 here. As we continue on out, we're actually catching Consta as well. I'll say this car, very good in the wet conditions on dry tyres. Better than the Viper, I would argue. As up ahead, Khalil goes past the Italian driver then, heading towards the Ford Chicanes. Can we survive this? Can we make a place up towards the end? Let's see. In we go then. Consta really taking this very cautiously. Oh, Khalil down the inside. Does he get his stop there? Not too sure. Through the right we go. Looking to bolt out of there as quick as we can. Do we do it? Not quite, but technically our second race, but we'll count it as the first race. P9 there. And we're not going to show all the races either because we're literally 14 minutes into this video. And yeah, I mean, well played to Key there, picking the intermediate tyres. It shows you how crucial a weather forecast would be and how critical tyres decision can be. I said that in the weekly race guide. Here again. So we're starting P16. This time Remy's chosen the GTR. Maybe saw what Nico was doing and was like, aha, I'm going to do that. We have a dry race this time. A fully dry waste. It's not a waste. A fully dry race based on the weather currently. As we press pause accidentally there. No idea why I did that. Even so, we're behind Rimu here. Heading towards turn 1, and we did need to bump draft here. Beauvoir has joined us here. One of the World Tour drivers, of course. Sutsu, otherwise known as. Into here, Rimu gets it all sorts of wrong then. We're going to go past him. However, once again, we have this challenge with the gap, which is going up to 1.9 seconds. We have got to gain a second in about 3 corners. Unfortunately, we don't do that, and that is the consequence there. We lose that slipstream as we get it all wrong there into Mulsanne. So Rimu's going to retake that position here. And yeah, we are falling further and further and further behind here. Not the greatest race. We advance further on in the race. Actually, further down this second straight here, in towards Indianapolis we go. And in towards the braking zone. In fact, it's the next lap as well. So not much is happening here. I have been pushing Rimu. Rimu just gets it wrong into Indianapolis. And that gap you can see here, not really changing. F1 Slays there made a mistake as well. Shout out to you. Not raced you in a little while. So they're 2.6 seconds in the distance. So we advance towards Forge Canes then. And this is nice, actually. This is what you like to see sometimes. So obviously, I'm good friends with Sutsu. I've met Sutsu in real life many times going to these live events. And Sutsu sees I'm behind him. Struggling a little bit in the Porsche because it is struggling on speed as well. Just waits up for me there. Look at that. It's so candy, Sutsu. Oh, so we're going to have a little race here with Sutsu. We're way off the lead here. We can't really catch this up with all the bump drafting going on. Unless it's some absolute carnage. But we can show you some good racing all the same. Heading in towards these first chicane then. And the left and the right. The Porsche, very good in the handling section. Very, very good in the handling section. It's just that top speed. It just struggles with. Oh, we got a yellow flag here. Who's this? What's going on here? Oh, Grister's binned it there at Tetra Rouge. That might have been a punt more than a bin, I think. Because it's dry weather. And you don't really lose it there. But even so, we're still pushing Sutsu along here. Heading towards the braking zone here at Mulsanne. F1 Slayers just gets it slightly wrong here. Sutsu gets it slightly wrong under braking. Lovely little drift from Sutsu there. But that bump draft would have caused a bit of damage and probably an SR drop. So I avoided the contact. But I'd get ahead here of Sutsu. So we head to... Oh, hello. Zape's off in the WR. Now, that is a car I would not pick. I know it's not got a good top speed, that Subaru. As we leave that corner then, Zape with a 1-second penalty as well. Oh, that is painful. Very painful. So we're going to go up to P11 then. That gap ever increasing. We jump to the final lap then where Sutsu has re-overtaken me. And we've got Max Power here as well. Let's see what happens in towards Indianapolis we go. Max Power goes... Oh! Goodbye, Max Oh, what an instant that is. What an incident. So Max Power there, binning it into Barrier there. Sutsu just deciding for a bit of fun to jump into the pits on that very last lap. Obviously, if it was wet weather, that Porsche may have been in a very different race. We don't know because it was a full dry race, this one. So we come home technically in P10 there with Sutsu in the pits. So we do need to make sure we're not at the back because obviously we're losing a lot of time. So what I decided to do was skip the next race and put in a qualifying time. And that's what I've done. So where are we starting this time? We started P9. This is race number 4, technically. Race number 4, okay? We jump straight into the race then. And you can see we are in that pack then. But we've just slowed down a little bit too much there. But we are in the slipstream, which is good. But that Ferrari, so far under the exhaust of that Bugatti in front, they're going to get to better slipstream than what we're going to get. Now, I must say, GT7 slipstream, in terms of its realism being a bit closer to the car in front, that works perfectly. It's fair play to Gran Turismo. And you can see there they did extend that gap. Coming into Mulsanne, though, everybody's tripping over each other. Hey, we get back in the racing action here. Look at that, under 1.2 seconds straight off the bat. Yeah, as I was saying, I do like the fact that slipstream does work stronger the closer you are to a car. I think that's a very good... Oh, Momos! So Momos losing the car there, brings it all back. Oh, somebody's off there. Who's that? Temp's gone there. That was a 3 wide with Momos. Momos is off there as well. So here we go then. All actually kicking off. We're in the cursed position. Zape's got a penalty here. One leader doesn't. I think somebody ahead of Zape also had a penalty. We'll see what happens there, but we're going to jump up into P5 then. Only 3 seconds off the lead here, folks. Only 3 seconds. Let's see what we can do here. It was MV33 there with the penalty. However, they keep the position in that Bugatti Veyron. So my goal this time, stay as close to Womble as possible so I get the slipstream. But I get Tetra Rouge wrong again. Womble doesn't. Womble absolutely nails it. Absolutely nails it. And again, they're looking to extend that gap. However, there's a bit of fighting going on here, which brings me closer. It brings me closer, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go. We've got a fight on our hands then. What can we do? Are we going to bump draft Womble or are we going to go for it? Oh, we're going for the risky strategy. We're going to go for it then. So around the outside of Womble we go. Max Power giving Womble that slipstream here. And Womble goes clean on past again then as we head towards Mulsanne. But we are in this fight for the lead. Under a second towards the lead now then. But in with a fight of the victory. In towards the braking zone we go here. Does everybody get it stopped? They're doing it. In fact, they're too wide up ahead there. The Bugatti Veyrons. And we get a good run on Womble. I do like the Citroen. It's got a good grip on that rear end. It's very well worth trying out, folks, if you haven't already. Bit of something different. That's what I like about beating the meta. I get to try something different. We advance to a lap later on where we're behind Max Power here, bump drafting away. Womble's had the same situation I had, not being close enough for that slipstream, or not close enough as in getting the full strength, so just falling back here. And we've got a treble one here. We've got 2 Bugattis and the Jaguar F-Type ahead as I... Whoa! I nearly get a slight wrong there then. Okay. Max Power holds it. Well played, Max Power. Well played indeed. That is a good effort to save that one. Not fully sure what happened there with the Bugatti Veyron, but even so, you're still in the fight there. Through the right we go as we continue on. Out then to Khalil, leading the way from MV33, but look at who is in P6. That's right. It's the world champion. It is Lightning. So at this point, I was like, okay, I need to get ahead of these Veyrons before the Porsche curves, because the Porsche curves are where I can dominate. Okay, this car's very good in the Porsche curves. We're going to go 3 wide into this fast right. Max Power nearly loses it this time, but we all survive. 3 wide. 3 wide into that cut. You do not see that very often, so well played to Khalil, MV33, and Max Power for holding it, to be fair. Now, we're going to try around the outside of the Bugatti here. What happens here? They just bounce off the curb slightly there. They did try to give me room, which is fair enough. It's just the curb bounced them into me here. So we lose that a little bit. Womble going for the bit of bump draft there. That helps me out massively. Max Power with a penalty. Not sure where that's from. And we're going to follow Max Power through. We're up into P3. Technically P2 with Max Power's penalty, with 2.5 laps to go then. As it is raining a little bit here. It's a dry circuit still as we head into the Porsche curves. As I say, this is where this car does very well. Very, very well through here, especially in the rain. So we fast forward onto the Mulsanne here. Now, Max Power did indicate left, but I followed Max Power all the same. Up into P2, which is technically P1 based on that penalty. Yes, we're in with a shot of the victory here. Are we going to do beat the meta? That is what I want to do, and that is the goal of this video. So let's see what happens. We've got the Veyron behind. They're going to be so quick on that final lap, so I do have to be careful. I do have to stay away from them in the Porsche curves. I have to just bolt. I have to bolt like crazy. So we get the kink right this time. That range disappeared very quickly, so the soft's definitely the right decision in this race, as that Bugatti looking down the inside, then heading towards Mulsanne. It's going to be 2 wide into Mulsanne corner. Oh, my word. That other Bugatti was having a look there as well. There's a slight tap there. Not too sure of MV33 and Max Power. I'm not too sure indeed. We'll leave that corner then. Oh, it's side-by-side action again. And then in my head, I was like, I'm going to do what I did last time. I'm making this 3 wide. I know I can survive this. Can the other guys survive this? Here we go then. I'm running up to the back of Max Power, and in my head, there's just enough room there on that right side, and I claim it. Max Power gives me a bit more room there, so thank you, mate. And we're alongside, we're past Max Power then. We're up into P1, it beat the meta. We're in P1 as we head in towards Indianapolis. Oh, we nearly lose it though, we catch it. And Max Power with a beautiful move round the outside there. Keeping P1 for now, but still has that penalty as we head towards Arnage. And look who is behind me now. Oh no! The world champion! Is Lightning going to stop this? Is Lightning going to stop it? He's got the skill. He's got the ability. He's in a non-meta car as well. So technically, you know, it will count if he wins. But let's see what happens. So we're coming towards the end of the Mulsanne then. Lightning's been behind me. Goes for that move down in towards Mulsanne corner then. In towards the braking zone we go. We're side by side. And Lightning gets it stopped beautifully there. A little bit of oversteer, which is never good. However, we've got the run on Lightning now. Oh, it's a 2-way street here, Lightning. So we go towards that left-hand side. Max Power behind me now. Is Max Power going to make it 3 wide after what I did? Let's see what happens then. Oh, a bit of a bump draft there. Bit of a bump draft. There we go. Back into P1 we go then. What's Max Power going to do? He's in a perfect strategic place here. Goes towards that inside then, looking to take the lead again from me here in that Jaguar F-Type. Also, technically, we're in the 3 non-meta cars here. The Jaguar F-Type, the Corvette, and the Citroen as we head in towards that braking zone. Beautiful move there from Max Power. I was like, no, at this point, this is my chance. I don't want to lose beat the meta again. I really don't. Lightning looking like he wants to get past as well in that Corvette. In towards Arnage we go. We keep that place now. I try and bolt out of there as fast as humanly possible. But look at Max Power. Look how far ahead he is now. I've got a half a second to try and catch before the Porsche curves. Can I do it? But Lightning is coming at me even quicker. He's even closer to me than I am to Max Power here. So I'm in the middle of the road at this point. I was like, no, 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 no. You're not going towards the right here. And I give Lightning just enough space there on that left-hand side in towards the braking zone. We go the Porsche curves. I'm still in P2. Then Max Power in P1. 3.5 attempts ahead of me here. Can I do it? Can I get past? I want to beat the meta. Please let me beat the meta here. As we go in to the right hand of the Porsche curves. Max Power surviving amazingly well here in that F-Type. This car, the Citroen, is better at cornering than the F-Type, but Max Power showing beautiful, beautiful racing here. Actually extending that gap towards half a second. And in my head, I'm thinking of Gr.3 at this point. Do I do a Gr.3? I absolutely dive in the Porsche chicanes. Well, in towards braking zone we go. Lightning staying behind me here. I go full-on aggression here. Through the right we go. Look at this. I'm catching. Oh, Max Power goes a bit deep here. In towards the right we go. And I just bolt. I lift a little bit to avoid the contact. We're going to head towards the line then. Who's going to get the victory here? It's getting closer. We did it! 6 thousandths of a second. The curse position in time. We get the victory. We beat the meta here in the GT by Citroen race car. We've done it. We beat the meta. And what a finish there with Max Power. In fact, I would argue we've got in the top 5, 4 of the non-metas. Top 6, 5 of the non-metas. Unbelievable stuff. And what a fantastic race this is. I'm not going to do a 5th race because otherwise this video might be 40 minutes long and you don't want that. I want to finish on such a cracking race like that. So we're only doing 4 races in the GT by Citroen. However, we beat the meta. We beat the meta. I do hope you've enjoyed this video, folks. As I say, this daily race C, one of the best daily races to ever exist in Gran Turismo history. In history. And that includes sports and 7. A beautiful race. That's it for me now, though, folks. If you did like it, please do give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel to stay in touch with all the latest content. There are 2 videos to check out there, including the last Beat the Meta. That is going to be it for me, folks. A big thank you once again, and I hope to see you in another video or live stream very soon.